We all have a secret inner voice that speaks to us and tells us noble truths, deep truths we may or may not want to hear. But it tells us, it's very honest. It's a quiet, still voice. It's not a loud one. Like one example was when I was 21, I was madly in love with architecture. I even met my big hero, Le Corbusier, and I had met him, and then I had written, and he had written back. I was on the verge of being able to work with him. Okay, so I'm traveling through Europe still, even after I had met him in Paris, and I was in Germany in some festival, music festival, and the woman right behind us was just kind of talking to us and say, "Did you hear? Le Corbusier has died." And I was just totally devastated. What? That can't be true. I just met him and all this. And I had so many hopes and dreams tied in with him. Anyway, I looked and she says, "See, here it is in Paris Match." And they had a big centerfold of it. And the whole Louvre is just filled with people, like all the artists, thinkers of society at that time came to pay their respects. Like in Europe, they pay respects to their artists like we do our, rock stars. Anyway, so I'm looking at it and it was undeniable. He had just died. He had accidentally drowned in his summer vacation. And all my hopes just kind of collapsed. And at this point, I heard a voice. And the voice was as clear as I'm speaking to you now, if not more clear. And what it said was, "Whatever you think of your career in architecture, it's like Le Corbusier, dead." I was so shocked. The idea of not having architecture was just so abhorrent. What a terrible idea. And I just stuffed it as fast as I could. But alas, in a few years later, I knew that was actually going to happen. So I ended up quitting architecture for actually pretty good reasons, in spite of my great love for architecture. But I became a filmmaker and a seeker, and they were truly way more on my path. The architecture actually led up to it, but the filmmaking, I could express mystical ideas and altered states of reality much easier than I could in architecture. And it was less burden of clients having to tell me what to do or not to do. So anyway, listen to that small, still voice. I think that might have saved me a number of years, because I knew deep down that that was truth being spoken, even though I detested it at that time. But when I began making the decision to become a seeker and a filmmaker, it all put together with that thought, because I knew that original still voice was actually speaking truth. So listen to your still voices. It'll give you insights and epiphanies and visions that will really enhance your life tremendously.